Shri Guram Vaishnavam Cha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunatham Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishaka Vitam. He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Deenabandhu Jagatpate Gopesh Gopika Kant Sri Radha Kanta Namastute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Sri Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Garipri Vancha Kalpatarvyasya Kripa Sindhu Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namo. Together louder. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaur Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama. Everyone Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare. Namo Vishnu Vadaya Krishna Pashtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Iti Namane Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharane Nirvisesh Shunyavadi Paschata Desaton. Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare. Dear devotees, brothers and mothers, young and old, everybody is welcome here in the Gaur-Nitai temple, Paramaribo. Thank you for coming. So, why the mercy of Srila Prabhupada? Whatever I say, please listen carefully. Try to understand and follow that. Just like a little boy, he is sent to the school for studying. But boy is not interested in studying. He is interested in playing because of his childish nature. Similarly, we are given these bodies, we are sent in this material world by Krishna just to become self-realized, just to understand Krishna, re-establish our forgotten relationship with Krishna. Like boys, because of childish nature, we are in ignorance. We are not able to understand our real business here. Everybody is very busy to make his career. They don't know how they can make their career. Person thinks, if I become big officer, doctor, or go to the jungle and inspect the jungle, 3 months later I may become the director of this office. Everybody thinks like this. Businessman is thinking, if I make more money, big house, I will be happy. We cannot be happy in any way. Because spiritual life begins from here, that I am not this body. I am soul and I am part and parcel of Super Soul Sri Krishna. In this human form, I am only supposed to work for that soul, elevate that soul. How the soul can be elevated? By serving the Super Soul, Sri Krishna. By engaging ourselves in the service of Krishna. How the boy's future can become good? By studying, but he is interested in playing. We are interested to make a permanent home in a temporary material world. Remember this. Everything in this material world is doomed to decay. Everything here is of temporary nature. And we are not from here. Neither we are these bodies, man, woman, white, black, brown, Hindu, Muslim, Christian. We are none. We are soul and part and parcel of Super Soul, Sri Krishna. As Prahlad Maharaj is advising. Prahlad Maharaj, when he was 5 years old boy, everybody, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama.
Everybody please chant. Keep on chanting, don't stop.
Hare Krishna,
Until I ask.
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna. Just like boy is busy in playing, playing is okay for some time, not all the time. All the time is waste of time. So Prahlad Maharaj was 5 years old. He was a son of a Asura, demon, Hiranyakashipu. His friends were also son of demons, When Prahlad Maharaj teachers Shand and Amark go out of the classroom, Prahlad Maharaj will start chanting and dancing and kirtan. And his boyfriends will say, Prahlad, this is our time to play, study, make our future bright. We do this kirtan when we will grow old. Prahlad Maharaj said no. What he said in his words, shloka is, Prahlad Maharaj is saying, Kaumar acharte pragyo dharman bhagavatan hi durlabh manush janama tad api drubam arsadam. Prahlad Maharaj is saying, one should take to this process of Krishna consciousness from the age of 5, not later than 5. Why from such a young age? Prahlad Maharaj is saying, just like other bodies, this body is also temporary. Nobody is permanent in this material world. Everybody is temporary. But this body is useful. Though it is temporary, like 8,400,000 different species of life, this body is also temporary, their bodies are also temporary, but this body is useful. Why? Through this body, we can approach the supreme destination. We can return to our real home. This material world is not my home. Suriname's home is temporary home. Suriname, Paramanibu, Nigeria, anywhere. These homes are temporary. Sooner or later we shall be kicked out of here. I may like to stay, but I won't be. They won't let me stay here. Because we are not from here. So while I am here, as Prahlad Maharaj is saying, our only business is to cultivate Krishna consciousness. And that should be started from the age of 5. This was the system in India, Gurukul. Boys were sent to the Gurukul at the age of 5. Even Lord Ram, Lakshman, Bharat, Shatrughan, they also went to Gurukul. Lord Krishna Balram also went to Gurukul. They should start, and Guru used to teach selflessly. What Guru used to teach them? How you can make money, more money, how you can enjoy the life, Guru used to teach them, you are not this body. You are soul. You are part and parcel of Super Soul Sri Krishna. And your only business is to cultivate Krishna consciousness. Right now, you are in a position that you are forgetful of Him. As it is mentioned in the Chaitanya Charitamrita, Krishna bhuliya jiva bhog vamsha kare. Jiva, after forgetting Krishna, he wants to enjoy the senses. Pashete mayatare japati adare. And then he comes under the sway of Maya. Maya means which is not. Maya is Krishna's police. We are in Maya's kingdom. Maya punishes again and again. Our only business in this human form is to cultivate Krishna consciousness. And one should start this cultivation from the age of 5. Not later than 5. And if he becomes strong devotee, he will take sannyas. If he is not so strong, he can enter to the household life and very good householder. Household life is not meant for sense enjoyment. So, brahmachari ashram, grastha ashram, banprastha ashram, sannyas ashram. Ashram, what is the meaning of ashram? You take shelter of that ashram to cultivate Krishna consciousness. Brahmachari's business is to work for Krishna. Grastha ashram is not keep the sense of gratification in the center of life. Keep Krishna in the center of their life. Husband, wife and children. And please Krishna. Banprastha ashram is to cultivate Krishna consciousness. Sannyas ashram, to give up everything, just only work for Krishna. So, we are all supposed to do this. But we are in conditioned state. We forgot. Somebody is doing this, somebody is doing that, and wasting their time. Lord Sri Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, Suharidam Sarva Bhutanam, that I am the well-wisher of everyone. Remember this. Krishna is our well-wisher. If we have any enemy in this material world, that is our own mind. Mana eva manushanam karanam bandhan mokshayo. When our mind is not in our control, he is our worst enemy and he will take us to the hell. And when mind is in our control, then he is our best friend, he will take us to Krishna. So our friend, our enemy is our mind. But our unclean mind thinks so many ways. So Prahlad Maharaj is saying, one should cultivate Krishna consciousness from the age of 5. Though this human body is temporary, But this is useful. Through this body, you can approach the supreme destination. How we can do that? By becoming a devotee of Krishna. Doing everything for the pleasure of Krishna, not for the pleasure of our mind. We have to become Sanatan Dharmi. Sanatan means eternal religion. In India, one girl, Muslim girl, she sent one video. I like that very much. She's saying, before Karl Marx, there were no communists. Before Christ, there were no Christians. And before Muhammad, there were no Muslims. And before Guru Nanak Dev, there were no Sikhs. He said, this Sanatan Dharma is eternal. It was there from millions of years. And she's saying that many fought for their dharma and they laid their life, they died for dharma. She says, I salute them. Those who laid down their lives for the Sanatan Dharma. So this is the only Dharma, Sanatan Dharma. Recently one video was sent to me. It showed that in Saudi Arabia, in excavation, they found one Lord Shiva temple, 8,000 years old. 8,000 years back, that temple was there. So this Vedic culture, Krishna is merciful, we are forgetful because we are in a conditioned state. We don't know what to do, what not to do. Due to our sinful activities, our brains have become, conditioned, cannot think properly. And we take right as wrong, wrong as right. So Krishna very kindly sent his pure devotee Prabhupada. Prabhupada is not less than incarnation. All of you have must have heard about Prabhupada. But by Gaurnita, by Radha Krishna's mercy, I had a personal association with such a great soul. I was new to the movement, not very old. I joined just beginning of 74. Just you can see end of 73 I joined this movement. And by Krishna's arrangement I met Prabhupada. After meeting him I was very happy. I only miss anything in my life, Prabhupada, no, nothing else. Before, my mother was very affectionate to me. She was very nice person, very devoted person. She will get up 3 o'clock, chant, and very religious minded. But after meeting Prabhupada, I forgot my mother also. Now I only miss Prabhupada in my life. Prabhupada is very, very special personality. And don't think he's no more here. He's here, like Gaurnitas in DT forms, pure devotees in a DT form also. Pray to him if you have any difficulty. He will help you. Definitely he will help you. I have seen him and I can only say such a great soul is very rare. Very rare. Just think, one person at the age of 70 came to New York without any money, only $7. What you can do with the $7 in US? Only $7, 70 years age, across 7 seas, and he started this movement. In this trip we went to Tompkins Square Park, where he has no place to preach, not a hall like this. He went to the park, Tompkins Square Park, and we went there. Same situation was there at the time of Prabhupada. What was that? Hippies were sitting and all kind of nonsense and dirty things they are doing. When we were looking to that tree, under which Prabhupada stood and did the kirtan, and some hippies were sitting. One was naked, he was doing like this, making. You remember that? And Prabhupada changed those totally stupid people, dirty, unclean, no habits. He made the hippie happy. This is pure devotee. So from there, from hippies movement was started, and within 7 years this movement was spread all over the world. Just try to understand the position of Prabhupada alone, single-handedly. Now, other devotees are coming to take advantage of Srila Prabhupada's movement. When Prabhupada came to the West, he wrote to his god brothers, with his help, our Guru Maharaj Bhaktisiddhanta Prabhupada wanted to preach in the West. Bhaktivinoda Swami, Bhaktivinoda Thakur also wanted to preach in the West. Please send some devotees, send some money. Nobody will reply his letter. When he became so successful, now they are envious. They are coming and reinitiating Prabhupada disciples then. And Prabhupada wrote, don't associate with these people. They can trouble you, they can make you fool, but they cannot help you. So, alone Prabhupada did this. And this shows the power of bhakti. How powerful is bhakti. So dear devotees, Prahlad Maharaj is saying, we should cultivate Krishna consciousness from the age of 5. Kaumar achartya pragyo dharman bhagavatan hi durlabha manusya janama. Prahlad Maharaj is saying this body is very rare to achieve. Tat api dhruvamatadam. Though it is temporary, but it can deliver to the greatest benefit, and that benefit is you can return your real home, back to Godhead. Where life is full of knowledge, eternal and blissful. No birth, no death, no old age, no disease. No fighting, no backbiting, no dirty politics. Everything is happy, everybody is happy there. Anandamaya abhyasat. Everybody is happy, Ananda. That is our real home. In these human forms, dear devotees, brothers and mothers, we are only supposed to do this. Cultivate Krishna consciousness. Become conscious of Krishna so that at the time of departing from this material world, I should be thinking of Krishna, not of anything of this material world. Prabhupada gives one example of Maharaja Bharat. Maharaja Bharat was a very noble king. He was a son of Rishabdev. Lord Rishabdev had 100 sons. Eldest man was Bharat. And he was the king of the whole world. He was the son of a noble father. Lord Rishabdev was incarnation of Godhead. In a young age he renounced the kingdom of the whole world and went to the forest. At the bank of river Gandaki. Now that river is in Nepal. And staying. How many servants he had with him? Nobody. No arrangement of eating, sleeping, no room, nothing. Total dependence upon Krishna. Maharaja Bharat he attained the stage of Samadhi. What is the Samadhi? Samadhi is a samyag adhiyate asmin atma tattva yathatmayam. When mind gives up sankalpa vikalpa, mind's business is to accept something and to reject something. And when mind gives up this and only meditate on the soul, that is Samadhi. He attained that stage of Samadhi. But one day he saw one she-deer was drinking water. Nearby there was a roaring of a lion. When she heard the roaring of a lion, she became fearful. She wanted to cross the river, go to other side of the river. While crossing the river, she was pregnant. She gave birth to a little baby deer. She crossed over the river, went to the side, looked to his floating little baby deer in the water, and she died. Maharaj Bharat was watching his very kind personality. He thought, oh no, this little deer, nobody there to take care of him. His mother has died. So he brought him from the water, took care of him. And what happened? Maya is so powerful that as the deer started growing, Maharaja Bharat's attachment also started growing with that deer. Gave up the kingdom of the whole world, gave up beautiful queen, children, palatial living, but started becoming attached to a deer. Prabhupada used to say, nowadays people keep dogs. They are very attached to their dogs. What is their fate? While living this world, they will be thinking of their dog. Maharaj Bharat was thinking of a deer. Time and tide waits for no one. Maharaja Bharat's end of life came. In spite of thinking of Hari, Maharaja Bharat is thinking of a deer. And he died in that state of mind. His next birth was a deer. But he remembered everything. In my previous birth, I was a king, Bharat. Then he felt very sorry what I did. Now what can be done? फिर पछताए क्या होता है जब चिड़ियाँ चुग गईं खेत. No, nothing can happen. So in deer body, Maharaja Bharat came to that place where he used to live as a Bharat, eating dry leaves, passing the time. So it's a very, very risky situation, which weak conditioned soul won't understand. So by the mercy of Prabhupada, we should take shelter of Krishna. This Gaur Nitai, Gaur is Krishna, Nityananda is Balaram. This Gaur Nitai appeared in this age of Kali to deliver the fallen souls of this Kali. So we should take shelter of Krishna through Prabhupada, Gaur Nitai, and become devotee of Krishna. We should mold our life in such a way we should be thinking of Krishna all the time. Never forget Krishna. All the time. Krishna, because he is our well-wisher, he is advising in Bhagavad Gita, Man mana bhav mad bhakto madhyaji mam namaskaru mame veshasya yuktave mat manam mat parayana. Become my devotee. Come to my shelter. Pay your obeisance unto me. Hari Bol. एम्प्टी बोतल ढक्कन उठा के नीचे रख दिया उसने. डाला? I didn't know when they feel. So, we are lost in this material world. We don't know what to do, what not to do. And only we can situate ourselves properly if by the mercy of Srila Prabhupada we come to the shelter of Gaur Nitai and Radha Krishna. Then gradually we will be purified. Though we are all starting very late. Saying in English, better late than never. So please, my request to all of you, all the brothers and mothers, young and old, boys and girls, try to become Krishna. We are not supposed to do anything here. Whatever else we are doing is a waste of time. Prabhupada gives the example, a man materially is on the peak, very rich man. Is there any limousine in this country? No. Anybody has a limo here? No, you may not be know. Go to US, limousine from here, they're very long car, very expensive car.
They have here.
They have?
Yeah.
How many? One, two?
Some.
How many?
Maybe 10.
I don't think so. Maybe few.
Garage.
Huh?
The garage.
Garage.
Garage. They rent it.
They rent. America means people are very rich. And he has so many limos and big home, beautiful wife, children, big bank balance. But what is that? Prabhupada says, with one stroke of death, everything is finished. Nothing can save him. Only Krishna can save us. So my humble request to you on behalf of Srila Prabhupada, take to this process of Krishna consciousness. Take seriously. I will give you one example. I will give you two examples. I was in Africa. Chant Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama,
Hare Rama. Louder everyone.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
One devotee of Srila Prabhupada, disciple of Prabhupada, my god brother, his name was Ramanuja Das. He used to distribute books in Kenya, in Nairobi. And I used to make live members. So one day he happened to meet one person, Gujarati guy. He stopped him. He saw a white man in a saffron cloth. He stopped. Yes. He said, take this book. What is this book about? He said, this book about Krishna. So this Gujarati guy said, I don't believe in Krishna. This devotee said, it's okay you don't believe in Krishna, but what is the harm reading book? You don't believe, it's okay, but read the book. He took that book and he read that book, Prabhupada's book's potency. After reading that book, what happened? This person's life was changed. Few days later, he met Ramanuj. He said, thank you very much, you gave me that book. And I was reluctant to take, but after reading that book, my life is changed. I was non-believer, but after reading the book, I have decided now, after 6 months, I am going to join your society. And Ramanuja said, why not now? Why after 6 months? He said, my daughter is studying in India. She will come, I will get her married. Some other liabilities are there. I will complete them and join your movement. Devotees, listen carefully. What happened? After 3 days or so, his name was Mr. Rauji Ganatra, Gujarati Bhai. He had some guests from London. He went to bid them farewell at the airport, Nairobi. Nairobi airport, not Ambakasi airport. While he was bidding farewell to his relatives, friends, whatever they may be, he bade farewell to him also. He died at the airport. He's planning after 6 months. He didn't know after 3 days I'm going to die. We don't know when the life is going to end. It is mentioned that Athato Brahma Jigyasa. Right now you try to become devotee of Krishna. Try to understand the Brahma. Krishna is the supreme Brahma. We are also Brahma. Krishna is Par Brahma. We are Brahma and we are part and parcel of Par Brahma Sri Krishna. But right now we are forgetful of our good position. One example is given of forgetfulness. There was one man who had many sheep, goats. He used to tend them in the forest. while tending the sheep, he found little cub of a lion. He brought this cub of lion home, giving him milk. And this lion grew up, he became big lion. But he will go with him with the sheep to the forest and come back. One day, while he was there in the forest, a lion of jungle saw, oh, he is my brother there. What is doing with the sheep? He called him. So you know who you are? He said, I am this shepherd man. He raised me up from my young age and he's taking care of me. He said, you are a king of this forest. You know how to roar? I said, no, I will teach you. He taught him roaring and go and roar there. When he roared, all the sheep ran here and there. Point is, like this lion who forgets, we have forgotten our real business, real life. That I am Krishna's part and parcel. I am servant of Krishna. We are, like he is identifying himself with the sheep and that shepherd, we are identifying ourselves with this material world. Devotees, we are not from here. This we should remember. We have two, what's your name? We have one Shilendar, no, we have two Shilendar. Shilendar 1, Shilendar 2. Shilendar 2 mentioned me this morning. Maharaj, you said this. I will say to you also, he like, I hope you will also like. Repeat, I will request you, Suriname people, not forget your language. I am coming here for a long time. Before nice Hindi people used to speak. No, you don't. It's a kurmur, you know. Speak this, Dutch language. You don't like your Hindi. It's not good. You should learn to love your language. Teach your children, Very important to keep your language. And like, this is Dutch Guyana, British Guyana, and French Guyana. Other Guyanas, they lost their language. They speak only English. But here in the Dutch Guyana, they were speaking Hindi, but now you are forgetting that also. It's not good. Learn your language, and that is very helpful. So devotees, our business here is only to become conscious of Krishna. We are not supposed to do anything here because we are not from here. But out of ignorance, we are trying to make a permanent home in a temporary situation. We can't do that. You do, then when suddenly Yamdutas will come, they will force you to give up everything. Then it will be very difficult to give up. Oh, my home, my limo, my bank balance, my this, my wife, my children. What to speak of wife, husband, limo, bank balance, this, that, if this body is not mine. In Hindi it is mentioned, repeat all of you. ना कुछ साथ लाए थे, ना कुछ ले चलेंगे. You understood the meaning? जो पाया यहाँ पे, यहीं दे चलेंगे. ना बहन भाई कोई साथ देता है. अकेले थे आए, अकेले चलेंगे. We came alone, we are going to live alone. Nobody is going to accompany us. Anybody accompany anybody here in the Suriname? Maybe? Maybe in the Naikeri? Not in Paramaribo, Nobody accompany. Want to speak of wife, husband, friend, relative. Even this body we are going to leave behind. I will tell you one small story, very informative story. There was one king. He had so many intelligent people in his court. And he was very proud of that. He said, King of heaven, Lord Indra has only one Brihaspati. King of demons had only one Shukracharya. Bali Maharaj has only Shukracharya. But I have so many intelligent people in my court. One day king thought, I have so many intelligent in my court, I should have one fool also. He asked his minister, I want to employ one fool. So gave the advertisement. These many applications came. Everybody wants to become a fool in the court. It's very prestigious. The king said, okay, read these applications. He opened one application reading. He's writing that I am a doctor. But I am a fool. He has to prove that he is a fool. How? Even a good person, good patient comes to me, I treat him in such a way that he dies, There was another one doctor. One person was very sick and he was on the stretcher and he was brought to the doctor. Doctor came. When he was brought on the stretcher, he immediately lie underneath the stretcher. Doctor. He said, what he's doing? He said, before he was a motor mechanic, now he has become a doctor. So he has a habit of lying underneath the cars, So these kind of doctors are also there, So what is his degree? His degree is KDMS. What is the meaning of KDMS? Khechatrud ke metric pass. With great difficulty he has passed the 10th class exam. But he has become doctor. So many other, one is saying, another application is saying, I am attorney, I am advocate, but I am a fool. How is a fool? Hare Krishna. Hare Rama. How is he fool? He has to prove. Everybody is trying to prove himself. I am this way fool, I am that way fool. King is saying, no, I want real fool. They're all nonsense. Throw away this all applications. No, minister is worried how to find a fool. One day minister was walking, he heard the sound of wood cutting. Somebody is cutting the wood, tuck, tuck, tuck. He looked around but he couldn't find anything. Then there was a very big tree. He looked up the tree. One man sitting here and cutting from here. Minister shouted, hey! What are you doing? He said, you can't see, this is the daytime. Put on the spec to see. I'm cutting the wood. He said, you know you will fall down. He said, yes, I know. Why you are cutting? I'm cutting because to come down will take time. When I will cut from here, I will automatically come down. The minister immediately understood, oh, he is a fool. He said, come down quickly, I'm minister, king's minister. King, yes, come with me. Took him to the king. He said, my dear king, by Krishna's grace I found this fool, please interview him. King interviewed him and he is a fool. King gave him the post, a fool in the court, Whenever king like, he talks to him. He talks like a fool, king will enjoy. So king gave him the medals, gold medal, silver medal, copper medal. Different medals king gave him. Wherever king will go, he will take him also. What happened, devotees? Saying in English, हिंदी में भी ऐसा कहा है, समय और समुद्र की लहर किसी का इंतजार नहीं करते. Time and tides waits for no one. End of king's life came. And according to the Vedic culture, nobody should leave his body on the bed. Bed is unclean, dirty. One should leave one's body on the floor. Cow dung should be smeared on the floor, and ghee lamp or oil lamp should be lighted, and so many things are explained in the Shastra. So king is lying on the floor, but he is not able to give up his body, he is suffering. Then he said, call the fool. King gave him the name Murkhadipati, head of all the fools, Murkhadipati. Call Murkhadipati. Murkhadipati was called. He saw a big king sitting on a big throne. He's lying on floor. He said, my dear king, what are you doing? Are you doing the exercise? Are you doing the Surya Namaskar? He said, no, Murkhadipati, I am leaving. Oh, you're leaving? Am I going with you also? How many queens are going with you? How many ministers are going with you? He is a fool. So king said, replied, Murkhadipati, where I am going, even shadow cannot go there. How far is that place? In the scripture it described about 20,000 yojanas, something like very far. You know anybody there? I know nobody there. Then this Murkhadipati started thinking for some time. And he started opening up his medals. King thought, he's thinking that after my departure, his service will be removed. He said, no, Murkhadipati, you keep these medals with you. Even I am gone, your post will be there in the court. He said, no, you hold this medal. I am going to say something very important. मैं बड़े रहस्य की बात करने जा रहा हूँ. King said, he's going to talk something very important. He took the medals in his hand. He said, my dear king, you gave me these medals, make me the fool of, head of the fools in your country. But actually, I am not the head of the fool, you are the head of the fool. So how's that? So far you are going, you don't know anybody there. Nobody is going with you. You are the head of the fool. The king says, he is right, We are all fools like that. After that, who knows where we are going? Anybody knows? We have to prepare for that. Preparation is that we become conscious of Krishna. We think of Krishna all the time. You can turn your legs this side, not toward the altar. We are all fools, like that. We don't know where we are going to go. Before we leave this body, we have to become conscious of Krishna. Srila Prabhupada has given this moment Krishna consciousness. In Hindi, Krishna Bhavna Amarta Sang. If we are conscious of Krishna and in that state of mind we leave our body, then it is success. And if we are thinking of something else, Maharaj Bharat just thought of a deer, his next body was a deer. So we have to be very, very careful. So sar of today's lecture is, before it gets too late, we all become Krishna conscious. It's already late, but better late than never. Try to be Krishna conscious. Whatever else we are doing in this material world is waste of time. You have 1 million Suriname dollars. Maybe 10 million, 30 million, 100 millions. But these Suriname dollars are not going to help you at the end of your life. They're all going to remain here. And if you are Krishna conscious, then Krishna will come to help you. Otherwise, life is greatest failure. To make our life successful, we cultivate Krishna consciousness. If we can remember Krishna at the end of our life, that is the success of life. If not, that is the greatest failure of life. Please repeat after me. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. You know how much you should chant? Who can tell? How much we should chant?
16 rounds.
Huh?
16 rounds.
Who is yours saying 16? Who else?
इतना जप कर
He is known to me for many years. I knew his father and how many years back maybe?
26 years now.
26 years back. 26 years back I came here in Suriname. That time his nice father was alive. He was a very nice person. So, जप आप लोग थोड़ा हिंदी जानते हैं मेरे पीछे बोलो इतना जप कर कि हद कर दे कि यमराज भी अपना खाता रद्द कर दे मतलब समझ आई इतना जप करो you chant so much we all have our account with Yamaraj whatever sinful activities we are performing is written. Yamaraj has very big computer long back, you know. And our account, all of us account, even Suriname people's account, Indian people's account, Guyana people's account, and this Trinidad people's account, and which is the neighboring country?
Venezuela.
Venezuela people's account, Brazil people's account, French Guyana, the accounts are there. So, whatever we are doing wrong or right is written there. It's mentioned, इतना जप कर कि हद कर दे कि यमराज भी अपना खाता रद्द कर दे. The account which we have with Yamaraj, we don't need that account. And that account can be closed only when we chant Krishna's name all the time. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare. Keep on chanting louder. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So 16 rounds are minimum, but we should make our life in such a way all the time thinking of Krishna. There I met one saint in Haridwar many years back, 30, 40 years back. He was a devotee of Ram all the time. He will talk Ram, 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 Ram all the time chanting. We should be like that, you know. so that end of life can come at any time. One boy, he was coming to our temple in India, in Udhampur. He was 2.5-year-old boy. Very intelligent boy, very religious boy. He will come to the temple. This our MD, who's playing with the computer right now. He likes him very much. Very loving boy. 2.5 years old. And left his body at that age. What is the guarantee of this life? No guarantee. At any age one can leave. So that time is going to come like what this Shilendra 2 like. Shilendra 2, S2, S1. He like, दो बातन को भूल मत जो चाहत कल्याण नारायण एक मौत को दूजे श्री कृष्ण भगवान. If you want your future bright, don't forget two things. One, death, other, Sri Krishna. Then life is going to be successful. Thank you very much for listening, and all glories to Srila Prabhupada. Hare Krishna. Any question anybody has? If you have any question, you can ask.
Yes. So maybe then the ABCD, you said we have to become Krishna conscious.
Huh?
Who is, then maybe you can answer us, who is Krishna? You said we have to become Krishna conscious. So then,
Who's Krishna? Huh? He's your father.
Nava Yogendra Swami Maharaj ki jai.
Any other question?
Best answer I've ever heard.
Maharaj, I have no question, but I have
He has no questions, I have no answer. I have no questions, I have no answer. I will give you the introduction of this boy. When he was 5 years old, since that time he is attached to me. That time he loves me, he is now very big boy, And one thing, he lives in the jungle. He said, I have knocker, about 30 knockers with him. Stays in the jungle. Sometimes animal comes there. They come to see, have his darshan. Yes, you have no question, then no answer?
Maharaj, I have a question.
No, I have a question.
A request. Maharaj, you always speak about Srila Prabhupada, and also you always are so thankful and grateful. I would like to ask Maharaj your most precious moment with Srila Prabhupada.
All the time when I was with Prabhupada, all the moment was very precious. It was wonderful, very nice. He was transcendental personality. And one thing, before I met Prabhupada, I have met few numbers of saints in India from my young age, my childhood. But nobody was like Prabhupada. One precious moment with Srila Prabhupada, in his last days, when my GVC Brahmananda came to this part of the world? No. Brahmananda was, he is no more, he left his body. He was sannyasi. He was GVC and I was working with him in Kenya. So, when Prabhupada was in Vrindavan in 77, he called all the GVCs, he gave them the instructions. about this great movement. When Brahmananda entered his room, first question to Brahmananda was, where is Nava Yogendra? Brahmananda, he is so small fry and Prabhupada is asking of him. Prabhupada is in Africa. Then I was called, those days there was no telephone, telegrams, he sent telegrams, and Prabhupada is calling you. Then I came. I was told by Tamal Krishna Swami, don't touch Prabhupada's feet. I generally used to massage Prabhupada's legs. So I was massaging Prabhupada's legs. Then near Prabhupada's Bhakti Charu Swami was sitting. He inquired, who's massaging me? Bhakti Charu mentioned that Nava Yogendra Swami. Prabhupada said, I am feeling comfortable. But I was not touching his feet. But now he came to know that who's massaging him. Then he said, why you are not massaging my feet? Prabhupada, I am told nobody should touch your feet. Yes, nobody should touch my feet, but you can touch. This was a very special moment. What can be more special than this? More special than this to live in the jungle? This was a special moment. Now he won't go to the jungle, he will stay in the city. Yes. What is the next? Next is what is the next?
One more, Maharaj.
One more Maharaj. Yes.
One more special moment.
One more, one more. See a special moment. Another special moment, when I joined the movement from our home, means I had a Brahman thread, we were born Brahman family. So, in 74, Prabhupada I was sitting the fire sacrifice. Prabhupada initiated me, that was also a very special moment. Almost first time I met him. I met him briefly in Delhi, then I had his darshan in Vrindavan, but no talking, then Bombay. I was massaging Prabhupada and conversation was going on. So, I mentioned to him, Prabhupada, I have done my horoscope, and in my horoscope it is mentioned that I am a very fortunate person. Prabhupada said, that's why you have come to me. It's true, it's very true. That was very special moment, is it? Yes? You agree or only jungle is special? And then he asked me, what's your name? I said, my name is Yogendra Kumar Sharma. He said, today onward you are Nava Yogendra Das. Initiated me by massaging at night. Few days later there was fire sacrifice. I was sitting and I was having Brahman thread. One rascal person was a temple commander, you know. He went to Prabhupada. I said, Prabhupada, I understood. He is not a Brahman initiated and he has a Brahman thread. Should I tell him to take up? Prabhupada, no, let him have. Let him. So when name giving ceremony came, I was called and Prabhupada gave my beads. He said, his name is already given. Everybody looked, when did he get his name? It was very special moment. Yes? Living in the jungle is special. It's a very special moment. Then, same time, first initiation, Prabhupada gave me the Brahman initiation also. First and second initiation together in 74 and in 75, sannyas. So Prabhupada, all the moments with Prabhupada were very, very special. Any other you want to hear now?
One more, Maharaj.
So many I have told you. One more. He says that. You ask one more, I gave you three more. In Vrindavan, 1975, Prabhupada was so super conscious, and he used to get up 2 o'clock at night, translate books. I was sleeping in front of his room upstairs. When Prabhupada gets up, I will also get up. And he came out, he saw me, and said, why you're up? You get up 4 o'clock, you take rest. So kind-hearted. Then Prabhupada, 2 o'clock he came out. And at, that door, Prabhupada's room near temple door, Chowkidar supposed to be there, the watchman. Prabhupada shouting, Chowkidar, Chowkidar, Chowkidar. He was not there. I was behind. I said, Prabhupada, what do you want? Go and see, where is this Chowkidar? I went down and he was hiding somewhere and sleeping. And when devotees wake up, he also wake up and came. When he came, so I was watching him to come. When he came, I said, where you were? Our Guruji Maharaj was asking for you. He couldn't give me proper reply. I was, scolding him and telling him why you are not here. And Prabhupada was standing behind. I didn't know this. He was listening the whole conversation. And next day he said, you be the president of Vrindavan. But I was attached to Prabhupada's personal service. I said, Prabhupada, if you ask my choice, I like to be with you. He said, where I'm going to go now? I'm also going to stay in Vrindavan. But I didn't accept Prabhupada's that. But that was very special moment when Prabhupada was standing behind and he appreciated my scolding that Chowkidar who was not on duty. So, no, 6 I have told you. 6. Okay?
Yes, sir.
Any more? No.
I have a question now, Maharaj.
No, you have. Yes, what is the question? Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Maharaj. Maharaj, I have a request.
मेरा कोई ना सहारा बिन तेरे. How I knew that you have this request? First of all, you have to give who are you and what's your name and.
I am Harindu Priyadas.
Huh?
Harindu Priyadas.
Harindu.
Yes.
Hari Hindu. Hari Hindu,
Harindu.
not Hari Muslim. Who's your guru?
Shirila Virabahu Maharaj.
Birbahu. Birbahu is a sannyasi now. You say Birbahu Maharaj. Maharaj means sannyasi. He's a householder.
Because he is my Guru Maharaj. Yes.
So you call him. You make householder sannyasi. Eh? Yes.
Maharaj, I'm waiting for the book.
Acha, acha. So you want to hear that song?
Yes, Maharaj.
How many rounds you are chanting?
16.
You have to chant 32. You will do?
I will try.
You will be successful or not? You will successful in trying or not?
I will,
Okay.
by your blessing.
Okay. This song, how many people have heard so far? No. 10 million people have already heard this song. In India, it has become quite. I sang this in Vrindavan, and actually that time while singing, I became very emotional. That has a great effect on the listeners, and now I have to sing another song there. मेरा कोई ना सहारा बिन तेरे, नंद लाल सांवरिया मेरे, मेरा मेरा कोई ना सहारा बिन तेरे, नंदलाल सांवरिया मेरे, मेरा को करुणा सागर तेरा सहारा, जिसने पुकारा उसे तूने तारा, मैं आया द्वारे तेरे, मैं आया नंदलाल सांवरिया मेरे, तुम दीन बंधु हितकारी, मैं दुखिया शरण तिहारी, काटो जन्म मरण के फेरे, काटो जन्म नंदलाल सांवरिया मेरे, विषयों के जाल में फंस कर, बंदियों मोह पाश में कस कर, दुख पाए नाथ घनेरे, दुख पाए नंदलाल सांवरिया मेरे, हम दीनहीन संसारी, एक आशा नाथ तिहारी, तेरे चरण कमल के चेहरे, तेरे चरण नंदलाल सांवरिया मेरे, दिन रैन चैन नहीं आवे, एक तेरी याद सतावे, जग देख लिया बहु तेरे, जग देख नंदलाल सांवरिया मेरे, निशिवासर ध्यान लगाऊं, तेरी पद रज शीश चढ़ाऊं, गुण गाऊं सांझ सवेरे, गुण नंद लाल संवरिया मेरे, तुमने लाखों पापी तारे, नहीं कुछ गुण दोष विचार, नहीं खड़ा भिक्षुक द्वारे तेरे, खड़ा भिक्षुक द्वारे, नंद लाल सांवरिया मेरे, भव सागर में भटक रहा हूँ, बीच भ्रमर में अटक रहा हूँ, प्रभु बन के आ जाओ भेड़े, प्रभु बन के नंद लाल सांवरिया मेरे, नंद मेरा कोई न सहारा बिन तेरे, नंद लाल सांवरिया मेरे, जय नंद लाला, जय गोपाला, जय गोपाला, जय बाला बंसी वाला, जय नंद लाला बंसी वाला, जय नंद लाला बंसी, जय नंद लाला, हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, राम 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 हरे हरे, हरि बोल, हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, राम राम हरे हरे, निताय गौरंगा, निताय गौरंगा, निताय गौर हरि बोल, हरि बोल, हरि बोल, हरि बोल, जय जय प्रभुपाद, 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 निताय गौर प्रेमानंदी, हरि बोल, हरि बोल, हरे कृष्णा। अभी क्या प्रोग्राम है इधर? प्रसाद बनाया। Now there is a prasadam for all of you, eh? Not that you have to go home and cook and to eat. Already you eat prasadam now.